안녕하세요. 나도메이커입니다. 오늘은 텍스트 위젯과 선택자 위젯에 대해서 알아볼 건데요. 스톤사의 HMI LCD에 대해 궁금하신 분들은 위에 카드 영상 한번 확인해주세요. 그러면 첫 번째, 텍스트 위젯부터 소개하겠습니다.
Then, the edit. The first is auto_fix, which refers to automatic correction when input is wrong. Uncheck this box to not correct misspellings. Tips and text. When text is empty, the text of the tips will be displayed. When it is not empty, the text itself will be displayed. Input type refers to the type of text input. The following min and max are only valid when the text type is int or float. When input type selects text type, you can enter text in any format. Action text refers to the function performed by the return key of the keyboard, which needs to be used with the keyboard. Keyboard is an optional keyboard. Users can add different keyboards to the UI in advance and then select here to associate with Edit widget. Keyboard is the default keyboard when the keyboard is not changed or manually added. When Ready Only is checked, users will not be able to modify it by clicking on the screen. Passport visible will only take effect when input type is password. After checking, the password will be visible when the user enters the password. If it is not checked, the password will be replaced by the asterisk symbol when entering. Close KB when blurred indicates whether to close the keyboard when losing focus. When input type is int, you need to set the min and max values. Step is used with the button widget. It is the value that increases or decreases each time the button is clicked. You can refer to the video introduction of the button widget. It is also recommended that the step, min and max in button and edit are consistent. When input type is int, the display of text on the HMI screen will not exceed the set min and max values. If the number in text is less than the set min value, the min value will be displayed on the HMI screen instead. If the number in the text is greater than the set max value, the max value will be displayed on the HMI screen instead. This needs to be noted, and users also need to pay attention that when input type is int or float, the corresponding int or float keyboard should also be added and selected to avoid errors. The next widget introduced is Medit, which edits text in multiple lines. Tips is prompt information. Text is the original default text and it is in the first line of the widget. You can modify it according to your needs. Tips are not yet available in the previous version. In future versions, they will be displayed in the middle of Medit as a prompt text. The keyboard here is the same as the keyboard of Edit. The default keyboard is a 26-key English, number, and punctuation keyboard, but if the customer has special needs, you need to add different types of keyboards in the project and associate them here. Max lines is the maximum number of lines supported by the widget. If the current setting is 5, only 5 lines can be edited here. If 20, a maximum of 20 lines can be edited. Wrap word represents whether to automatically break lines. When checked, if the input text exceeds the width of the widget, it will automatically wrap. If it is not checked, although it will still wrap on the demo, but it will still logically belong to the first line of text. So it is recommended to turn on wrap word. Scroll line is the number of lines the mouse scrolls at a time. The default is 10 lines. You can adjust the sensitivity of the widget according to your needs. It can be designed in conjunction with max lines. Cancelable refers to whether it supports undo editing. If checked, all changes can be undone before losing focus, and the previous content can be restored. The above is the introduction of all text-related widgets. Edit is a single-line editable text, Medit is a multi-line editable text, Label is a static text, and Scroll_Label is a horizontal scrolling text.
여기까지 텍스트 위젯에 대한 내용이었습니다. 이제부터 선택자 위젯에 대한 내용을 설명하겠습니다.
This video mainly introduced selector category widgets. Spin box, combo box. Text selector. ND slide menu. First, let's introduce the spin box widget. Most of its properties are similar to the edit widget, so only brief explanations will be provided. Min and max refer to the minimum and maximum values, which support negative values, but only become effective when the input value type is either integer or float. Step is the increment or decrement step value, which defines how much the value changes when the up or down button been clicked once. For example, with a step value of 5 been set, one time clicking the up or down button will increase or decrease the value by 5. When the value goes below the minimum or exceeds the maximum, it will automatically be adjusted to the closest valid value, either the minimum or the maximum. Tips is the text that appear when the text field is empty. It is not restricted by the input type. Action defines what happens after pressing the done key on the keyboard. You may choose either done or next. Keyboard can be activated by users. However, users need to add keyboard on the project first. Read-only defines whether the widget is read-only. Once it has been checked, the keyboard will not pop up. When the input type is set to password, and the password visible option been checked, the password will be displayed. If unchecked, it will display asterisks instead. Now, let's have a look of Combo Box widget. The properties are similar as Spinbox, so detailed explanations will be provided. The key difference is Options, which is a set of sequential values used for drop-down selection. You may refer to the example from this video. Select Index is the default option. Referring to the example of this video, when set to 2, the default option will be the second item. Item Heights defines the default height of the drop-down. According to the example of this video, the default height is 50. If you want to check the appearance, you need to scroll down in the display hardware or check from debug mode. Next, we would like to introduce you the text selector widget. First, mask color defines the color of the mask, which transitions from the edges towards the center. Select Index is the default index, meaning the default selected option. Visible number refers to the number of visible options in the widget. You may see the effect by following the settings from this video. The selectable options are 1, 3, or 5. Once loop been selected, the last option will automatically loop back to the first one. Options support numeric types, like the default range of 1 to 12. It also has similar option settings as the Combo Box widget and can be customized based on users' project needs. Next, let's talk about the slide menu widget. First, drag the widget to the appropriate size. In the left project panel, right-click to add sub-widgets as needed. After adding the sub-widgets, adjust the size of the widget to ensure proper displaying effect. Min scale refers to the minimum scaling ratio. The value range is from 0.1 to 1, with 1 meaning no scaling. Value refers to the current default value. Align V allows users to choose the vertical alignment method. There are different alignment methods, each of them performs slightly different effects, which you may find them from this video. Selected index is the default index, starting from 0. We have completed the introductions of selector category widgets, and thanks for watching.
오늘은 텍스트 위젯과 선택자 위젯에 대해 배워봤습니다. 다음 영상에서는 인디케이터 위젯과 게이지, 타임 위젯에 대하여 자세히 설명드리도록 하겠습니다. 영상이 유익하셨다면 좋아요와 구독 부탁드리며 사용 중 궁금한 점이나 피드백은 댓글로 남겨주세요. 다음 영상에서 만나요. 안녕.